Welcome back to some professional Starcraft 2 from the King of Battles semi-finals. We're pretty sure that's right. A best of 7 between two of the best TERRAN players in the world, in Korea, and in your hearts. And King of Battles, no, it's not a mobile game you're getting advertised to on this video, but it is the video itself, put on by Team Alpha X. Check them out on the tweeters, on the Twitch, ignoring what's on the screen. I'm doing the intro bit. Let me have the intro bit. First, in the top left, the breaker of brackets, the man with a plan, and then sometimes immediately throws out that plan and goes with an entirely different plan, and it usually doesn't go great, but sometimes it does. It is from Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Cure. And the man who's 2 steps ahead of you at all times, casting, and 3 steps ahead as a player, making all of us look bad. And by those, I mean those of you who have brought you this game with their words, he brings you with his actions. The best caster slash player slash TERRAN, potentially, in the whole goddamn world, has decided, well, it's TY. You might be like, what is TY? Is that thank you? No, his name is, I believe, I'm probably going to butcher the pronunciation. It's Tai Yang. So it's just his initials. Which, I mean, like, wait until people found out Jadong was just his name, right? Did you know my real name is Winter Thundershaft? I'm related to Neeb. Fun fact. But I go by Winter for short because it seems a little ostentatious otherwise. But there are now 2 Reapers. There are now 2 Reapers. And now Cure is going to be very unhappy. TY went with the next level build of proxying only one of his racks, making sure those Reapers get their cardio in. Cure taken aback because he scouted 1 racks, which is how many he had, but there were 2 racks. And TY is like, aha! Well, the standoff continues. SCV slaughtered on both sides. He wants to go for that SCV, but it looks like, oh, 2 more Reapers show up. Another thing will die. It's another Reaper. It wasn't that hard to figure it out. SCV goes down. Hellion shows up. 2 SCVs now. Bunker will remain incomplete. Well, so will the command center. Just derelict buildings waiting for finally someone to work on them, but the construction workers don't have the contract or the safety precautions they need in order to complete their work. Finally, a couple Hellions will ensure the safety of an SCV as it finishes the command center. So somehow, at first I thought TY was just going to kill everything, and then he didn't. But then I thought Cure would just run him over, and then he didn't. It looks like we're just going to kind of even out into a macro game now. Cure lost a couple more SCVs, but he's the one who expanded more quickly. So that gives him a... Wait. No. I was looking like, oh, but the command center for TY is... How do you have a 3rd? Where did he find that kind of cash? TY has just been taking all that caster money and putting it into his game. TY just has a 3rd command center done at 420 here, which I don't even know how he affords this. He was building 2 racks of Reapers and a proxy bunker, and he has a 3rd CC. And, well, I mean, Cure has a little more army supply right now, but TY, if Cure's not able to put together a direct attack in a timely manner, TY's just going to be ahead. Which, well, speaking of a direct attack, there's a low ground tank that actually gets a lot of firing range into the base. Finds a good opportunity. A Hellion, he just kind of runs the Hellion by. I'm not sure about that move. A Viking shows up. Now TY should be able to deal with this. The tank, trying to run, realizes that instead of lifting into the medevac, the best deal is probably just walking away. which was a smart move. Now, one of the weirdest fights. We have 1 Viking and 6 mostly bruised Marines chasing down a hurt medevac with a bruised tank and a few other Marines. And now there's a Cyclone, just unrelated. The Reaper, not a counter to the Cyclone. Cure is expanding on the low ground. I love the special sauce of TVT, the chess boxing match it is, where we alternate punching each other as hard as we can in the face, or like in the kidney, or maybe even like in the calf or something. And I'm not talking about their baby cows, or maybe I am. I'm not sure. Hey, who knows with these players? But with long stints of positioning and tactics and posturing with next to nothing dying. So a lot of it just breaks out into like violence is vomited onto the battlefield, like anti-armor missiles and also anything else you could ever want from Ravens with plenty of energy. But here comes Cure again. The supply's very even. Cure has finished his 3rd CC. He's not too far behind in SCVs. He's not gonna... He did scout the 3rd command center relatively quickly. And... TY, what are the upgrades? Okay, so... Cure just finished his NG base. TY scouts where the army is. He scans it and immediately sends out a double medevac drop. He's going to be relying on his defensive position on the high ground, his Raven, and just his general intimidating stature. But there's 2 Ravens for Cure, so that means he can break into these positions a little more easily. The scan from both sides, keeping an eye on each other, except for these 2 medevacs, which just kind of drop out. TY snipes the 3rd command center, but I'm sure TY says, well, I don't want that to happen to me. One of the few players who's able to apply the lessons he's learned by attacking his opponent. The battle begins, but Interference Matrix catches all of the tanks. Cure doesn't even have stim done yet, making this kind of awkward. The boys are pulled! The tanks are in front! Tank siege for Cure! TY tries to siege! Obliterated! TY's coming back with his army! A massacre on both sides! Many SCVs will die. TY cleans it up. 13 SCVs went down, which leaves Cure. He lost his command center, but he maintained his worker count, whereas TY kept his command center, which he just kind of casually floated over to the other 3rd. I love how flexible he is, and I'm not talking about in-game. Okay, yes, I am talking about in-game. Don't be weird. It's too late for that. In the like, he just kind of moved it. He didn't try to bring it back. He's like, well, I can just go over here. And he did. And that was the end of that. Where Cure did get caught off guard by the double medevac drop. TY very decisive on that. But he did evacuate his SCVs. In the long run, between the upgrades and maintaining those orbitals and most of his army count, TY has a distinct advantage, though. Supply and just effectiveness of the army. And Cure expanded on the low ground. He's trying to cut some corners. TY just goes for the drop. He's ready to drop the base. The Raven still has enough energy to be of use. It can scramble the tank. Not that it needs to. Maybe looking for another one. Cure doesn't give him the opportunity. He taps it out in round 1 of this chess boxing match goes to TY in a hard-fought and bloody 9 minutes with plenty more to go. Well, that's a start. TY with the semi-proxy. It's one of those things that only works at below 3,000 and above 6,000 MMR. Because if you try that at any other level, it just, like, the builds are just so mediocre that it doesn't, either it works really well, it doesn't work at all. But because these players are so good, or so bad, depending on your interpretation, is when your proxy 1 out of 2 racks kind of play actually works. Like, players will scout, They'll get the correct information, such as it is, and then that information will be wrong because it was a ruse all along. Now what do we do after that? Like, that's also a great Game 1 build. I love that TY went for that to open the series. Because, when it comes, like, you don't learn anything from that. TY's probably not going to do that play again. Cure might. But now that's out there. It wasn't even that much of a cheese. Like, TY ended his proxy barracks play with more command centers. Like, the only CC it seems he had was his mom's credit card, because otherwise, how do you afford that? Yes, I know Reapers are cheap, but he just got... How does he get away with that? I guess the mental damage he did by building the bunker there, like, the bunker was optimistic at best. Usually the game is won with the first few Reapers, but somehow it kind of went on. Factory for TY is not even walling off this time. No, we don't like your kind around here, Mr. SCV. You're a red SCV. We only like blue SCVs on this side of the map. TY really just varying it where he's not even walling off. Not even trying to wall off. Not even pretending. Whereas Cure is just trying to... Just let me do my 1-Rax expand, bro. I just want to get a good economy. I want to play a good old-fashioned macro game. Stop punching me in the face. TY says... No. As he goes for the 2 gas early. But it's a macro 2 gas. With, like, we've kind of gone to advanced Vespine mechanics school here. This has become pretty common in TVT. Is you get 2 gas, so you can get a factory more quickly. But then you stop mining with all but like 3 or 4 SCVs total in gas. So that way you can get your command center. But once you get your command center and you have 16 SCVs and minerals, well, TY's not even worrying about that. You go back into gas, so that way you can get more tech. So you're just managing your income flow. You're looking at your short-term investment. You're looking at your long-term goals. You're looking at your overall composition trajectory. You're looking at investing in my OnlyFans. You're looking at liking and subscribing. It's important, all right? Think about your long-term future, your short-term future, your North American TERRAN player future, all these things. Consider it. Do it. Be it. Love it. Thank you. No 3rd command center for TY, and as I started the statement, I wasn't 100% confident, but I did check the production tab to confirm that was true. Because every once in a while, just TY just pulls another command center out of his back pocket like a peppermint candy from your grandma. It's like, oh, would you like a 3rd command center? No, Grandma, I just had 2. And like, the church service isn't even over yet. You know what? Actually, okay, I'll take 1 more. How many do you have? Don't worry about that. Ravens on the way. Everybody loves Ravens. It's TVT. I mean, what doesn't it do? You got detection. You've got reducing the effectiveness of large groups of units. You've got individually targeting, making a single unit feel very bad about itself. You've got an auto turret. Like you don't even have to be there to murder the opponent. What else do you want? You want the Raven to not be on the select all army hotkey, so as a diamond player, you don't have to worry about actually microing your units while still getting the satisfaction of playing the most skilled race, which is obviously TERRAN? Well, that's too bad. 3rd command center for Cure this time, but TY looks like he's lining up in a like he's building a Liberator. That Liberator is the wedge, which drives open a tank push. That Liberator, oh my god, and Cure scans it. That's a perfect scan. Like, that Liberator's an attack. That Liberator, like, Operation Cure Freedom coming in right now. Liberation is at hand. Cure knows what he's looking at. He gets out. He gets out on the map. Oh, they're in the bushes. Meanwhile, though, where did all these Hellions come from? I was so worried about TY. I wasn't worrying about the Cure here. He lost a lot early. Like, the best defense is a good offense against these sort of attacks. You can't let it siege up on your side of the map. The Raven's kind of standing by awkwardly, looking for an opportunity. Nobody was really expecting to fight. Like, this game, we're not even worrying about Marine Tank. We're just kind of starting out early with whatever units we've been able to slack together. Cure recognizing the Liberator for what it is, an act of foreign aggression, and dealing with it accordingly. Getting out on the map and whittling down this army was incredibly important to defending the attack, because Cure didn't have tanks as quickly, and he doesn't have the ability to defend. Oh, but the Cyclone on the high ground, the scan, gets damage on the Liberator. Oh, no! Come on, a classic mistake. He's like, well, maybe I can kill. Maybe I can kill the Liberator. Spoilers, he couldn't. The starport itself, under siege, but reinforcements cut off. Here we go! Looks like Cure has decided he likes TY's base better than his own. But then TY just kind of moves up into the natural because he doesn't even care. Some of the Tactiboys are repairing that Liberator, but here come the reinforcements. I don't really understand what's happening in this fight, but Cure seems to be outflanking TY. TY's running out of units. Cure coming in, clamping the jaws of TERRAN around the remains of TY's army. 7 SCVs went down. But Cure has a third command center. It looks like a little bit of role reversal here. As TY building on the low ground, trying to just bring himself into the mid-game, whereas Cure's going to have more production, more command centers, and, I believe, quicker upgrades, yeah. So Cure now is the player who has the initiative and the economy, whereas TY is the one scrambling to find some sort of damage. I feel like TY maybe needed to adjust course on that first. Like, honestly, Cure's scan on the Liberator has dictated this game so far. That Liberator tells a story. And Cure knows that story well. That story is, this unit is going to be super annoying and surprisingly hard to kill. So if you don't deal with it very early, it's kind of going to ruin your entire day, if not week. Which is about the character limit for those stories. But here we go again. Third base canceled. Just like last game for Cure. But here's TY with a Viking expedition. The Britons will respond, but many of their peasants will be murdered. Despite how many of the boy... Wait, what am I watching? Uh-huh. Alright, well, 1-1. This one, 8.5 minutes. Looks like we're speed running this series. I mean for TVT. For PvP, these would be long, drawn-out macro games. But so far, very technical openers with tactical responses where whoever gets punched, whoever gets slapped back early, I guess, ends up... No, that's not accurate. You know what? They just kind of are punching each other, and some of them are landing. There's no real trend to draw from this. TY tried the 2-base aggression. It didn't pan out. Last game, Cure tried the 2-base aggression. Didn't really pan out either. So now we're going to game 3. That's how Starcraft works. I'm a great commentator. I've done this a few times. Like, I have the best words. Thank you. Like and subscribe. So those games happened. Here's another one. We still got plenty to go. It's down to effectively a best of 5. In some of the, like, I've seen TY and Cure, sometimes against each other, play 45-minute games. Like, we're talking, I don't want to get people excited, but we're talking battle cruisers. Okay, calm down. We're talking Sky Terran. We're talking 140 turrets. Maybe total, maybe on one side. We're talking nukes, tanks, planetaries. More scans than a Costco Express lane. Wait, do they have that? I forget. It's been so long. Probably the biggest regret of this last year is that I haven't been to Costco for like 6 months. If only someone could find a cure. Oh wait. He's going for a scout. And we're back in the game! Cure has been consistently scouting, whereas TY has considered it a lot more optional. I feel against TY so far, scouting has been a double-edged sword. Game 1, scouting hurt Cure because it threw him off, but in Game 2, that scan timing, I don't know if it was timed out for something like that, or if it was just like, are you going for a third, are you going mech, whatever. Well, it was the best he could have done. I stand by that Liberator scan winning the game for Cure, or at least being the catalyst that led to his victory. Is TY scouting for Proxy Factory? Yes, he is. Which is interesting, he's concerned about that. Another command center on the way. TY going for the Macro 2 gas. I might try to come up with a clever name. We'll get there. The Techro build. It's like Techno, but it's Tech and Macro. Now, that's just going to sound like you're pronouncing Techno poorly. Well. And a Widowmine early. Widowmine's one-shot pretty much every early game unit, including Cyclones. I believe they kill Vikings. Like, the key point... okay, so this is usually why you don't make a Reaper and then a Marine. Because if you make a Reaper and then a Marine, and then you just have nothing else, then you have nothing else. And then you lose a bunch of SCVs, because he has 2 Reapers. So, I mean, here are Hellions, but he loses 5 SCVs and gets scouted. And the CC didn't get delayed, but now TY is up 4 SCVs. Like, last game I noticed Cure going for the Reaper Marine, but I didn't point it out because I didn't want to look dumb. But this game, he goes for the Reaper Marine, and TY's like, oh, I can just kill that. I've criticized many a Diamond player before for thinking, like, you can just build a Reaper and be happy with your life. Because, 1, we both know that microing that Reaper will hurt you. And 2, what if he builds 2 Reapers? And TY answered that question for us pretty well. So, TY just kind of slaps everything he's built so far into a medevac. And, like, the Widowmine is an interesting twist on this. I'm not sure how the Widowmine's going to pan out. There's a Viking. That medevac's probably not going to be making it out of here. Widowmine... Wait, how much HP does a Viking have? That's 135, which means it won't get killed. The mine does 125. Right now, Cure's trying to sacrifice SCVs into the mine, but TY not going to let that happen. He's retargeting the mine! Oh my god! Ah! Ah! Oh my god! Don't try this at home, kids. Only if you're in the enemy's home. What a play. I can't believe Cure, what are you doing? Like, I can't believe Cure just went back home. He knows, like, there was nothing else happening. I can't believe he let him do that. You can only retarget the mine when there are multiple targets in range, and only during the lock-on time. Otherwise, the only way to prevent it from firing is to unburrow. So all Cure had to do was just wait it out. Like either wait out a scan or force out a hit on a unit and force it to unburrow. But instead, he just rallied all his SCVs home, and some of them, which got fortuitously bruised by the Reaper and other units earlier, ended up dying. The ultimate duel. Meanwhile, 2 Cyclones drop in the main. The Clone Wars have begun. The Cyclone locks on. Here's a Raven. The Cyclone's targeting with their regular old-fashioned weapons. The disrespect. The Cyclone's stuck. Oh, God, no. He almost got it. But instead, he just flies over Kira's 3rd CC and says, oh, wait a second. I probably could have just delayed or canceled that. I can't. TY is feeling real cinematic this game. He went back in between the targeting on the mine, the escort Viking that was sacrificed for the greater good. I'm pretty sure the Vikings killed each other, but I missed that because I was watching the Cyclones. Because, I mean, when 2 Vikings start firing at each other, they're both going to die if no one intervenes. Assuming full HP, of course. So, it's very dramatic and sad. Or glorious, depending on, like, your stance on glorifying death. Which, I mean, we're playing Starcraft, so... Anyways, moving forward is TY towards the 3rd, scanning in. There's a Raven in the main. What a series, what a game. TVT, the best mirror matchup. PvP has a few words to say, but nobody can understand them because they haven't been sober for 3 years. Meanwhile, Raven in the main, delaying the engineering base, which is about the best thing he could possibly do. Another one. TY looking to move into the natural. 7 SCVs go down, and despite relatively little in each of these attacks happening, TY's just up a dozen SCVs. He has 12 more workers. He's got a 3rd command center. He's more handsome. He also casts. What can't he do? Anyways, Cure has his 1-1 just now started. It's only a little bit behind that of TY, but TY is adding on barracks 4 and 5. He's going to that full mid-game production. Cure is going to struggle to catch up as, I mean, that tells a story. We call these the mule peaks, which you have to navigate the peaks and valleys of the mules to understand a TERRAN's income. But overall, it trends upwards for about 20 minutes until we start mining out of the map more quickly because mules exist. But the mule mountain ranges are definitely favoring TY so far. In fact, he's leveling out into a plateau, which is not a good sign for Cure. No, I see the comments like, we do it live! From replays from Team Alpha X. Follow them on Twitter. For more awesome tournaments and information. But I make TY is my favorite TERRAN player. Just to make it clear, I'm completely objective and unbiased, but TY is, like, by a pretty large margin, my favorite TERRAN, and I hope he wins everything. But I'm an unbiased caster. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. What am I watching? Oh, to it, Bello! Chase me! All the way back! It's like a Star Wars sequence! Who has the high ground? They're fighting a proxy war! The turrets will fight one another! Somehow TY comes out on top! The Vikings, once again, were sacrificed! What happened? Oh my god! What is going on? I don't understand! The tank battles have begun! Finally, some semblance of sanity, as the fields are soaked with the blood of Marines. Neither of which side has combat shields because Cure didn't research it! Cure! Cure! Cure, making it look like anyone can be a professional player. Always great of him to do that. Cure, get combat shields! Oh my god! It's still an issue. Oh, those Vikings almost finding the sweet spot in between the tanks, but not quite. Like, combat shields is kind of really important. But TY, well, TY making not as large, but still a significant mistake. TY's armory. Despite having 1-1 quicker, TY's armory is like a minute slower, which isn't as big a deal as forgetting combat shields. Because forgetting combat shields means that tanks, with their splash damage after Marine stim, they can die to tank shots. I think they might need +1. Don't quote me on the math there, but it definitely doesn't help having nearly 20% less HP. Like, it's really bad. He really, there you go. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my god. Do we have a game where TY's maxed out and Cure is, he'll get there, maybe? Liberation is at hand, though. That point defense, just more like a zone defense, rather. Not so much a man-to-man as a woman to this entire area is gonna be a no from me, dog. That's how Liberators do. Anyways, a good old-fashioned macro marine tank TERRAN versus TERRAN. It's been a struggle to get here. We've gone a few rounds in the chess boxing match. But now we're ready for those late game tactics, the scans, the positioning, the micro, the memes, the dreams, the massacres. TY with the edge here, both in supply, in bases, in overall strategy, in looks, and it would you know what? It's to everyone's taste, unless you're tasteless, in which case, well, the Marine battle continues. 2-2 will finish for Cure a little bit quicker. If he can leverage that into a window to attack, that might be his opportunity to either even up this game or take an advantage. The sensor towers are helping out. Scans on either side. More command centers for TY. 2-2 is closing in. That's like Marines fire so quickly that both the weapon and armor upgrades are huge in these battles. Having even a 1 upgrade advantage is more significant than almost any other unit composition in the entire game. It can spiral a fight out of control very quickly with these types of units. Same goes for having tanks and air control. Like, you get a couple tanks in position, you can start grinding it out. The Liberators are the extra leverage. Oh, the tanks are picked up. TY maneuvering around the map. He's looking for an opportunity. He's taking map control. 2-2 is going to be finishing for him, so Cure, he's going to force a fight. He's looking for an angle. He jumps a couple tanks. He still has air control. TY catches up in the upgrades, but here comes the cavalry. Vikings versus Ravens. Vikings versus Vikings. Brother against brother. The Liberators tanking some of these hits. 5 Vikings at a time. Scrambles, interference matrices. But there's more Vikings from Cure. None of the Liberators survive, which means that Cure isn't going to be able to use them to drive the tanks back. But he zoned them out of the 4th. TY has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases, and I think he has a couple command centers scattered in there. But Cure's holding his ground. But holding his ground doesn't win the game. He needs to break out, or he needs to break even. He needs to find an alternative tactic besides running headlong into the siege tanks. TY is backing off. TY has sensor towers in the middle of the map like a Bronze League hero. But they work out because they give him the time he needs to retreat from that middle position. He's looking... Well, TY not taking any chances with his tanks. Give me the medevac speed upgrade, but Cure sprinting forward. His stim completely... I was going to say infused, but that sounds wrong. Yeah, but he used the stim pack. He used the stim pack. Okay. That's what he does. He's stimming, but is he winning? This planetary is almost in the right spot. TY going full Bronze League hero with this right now. That planetary not going to make it, but he has plenty of bases to work with. It's kind of just a placeholder, to be honest. He planned on it dying. That's why he built it there. TY is just a genius no matter... No, that was obviously a misclick. This is a weird fight, as the Marines can actually kind of counter this until they very, very, very much can't. Oh my god! So many more. Oh, and here comes more! I didn't even see that, and neither did TY! Crushed! From both sides! Not this time. Cure cleans his side of the map. Okay, come on, TY. Alright. His controller sensitivity is off this game. You know, once is a fluke. Twice is a trend. Let's get this video trending. Like and subscribe. At some point, I can't help but point it out. 3-3. TY's 3-3 is still about 30 seconds out, so Cure has another opportunity. He has an edge with which to cut into these bases. He's got those upgrades. Now, Cure doesn't have the bases to make fun of yet. Oh, 1 tank. scouts this out. A Liberator finds another. He built it in the wrong spot again! Or wait, is it the wrong spot? Some of the indicators. No, that's definitely off. I'm not taking crazy pills. TY's gaslighting me right now with these hacking command center locations. This is the Christian Starcraft stream, okay? Now witness all this mass murder. Meanwhile, Marines in beautiful autumn colors with not enough medevacs to go around because the Vikings are the focus. The Liberators, the boys, are getting involved as well. Everyone's called up to fight. How many medevacs are left? They're getting obliterated in each fight. Liberators looking for an opportunity. Oh, advanced ballistics from downtown. One Marine. Next. Oh my god, next. We got him! First try every time in another command center. Oh no. We didn't sign up for this. The Marines go flying. The planetary under siege, and it will fall. Oh god, those Marines need rehab, or they need a respawn, or a redeploy, but this ain't planetside, despite how strong Liberators are. Liberators got a nerf in planetside, fun fact, but they only get better with time here in StarCraft 2. These Marines really struggling. Air to ground isn't fair! Well, it shouldn't be fair, because it's an aircraft, as opposed to a guy on the ground with drugs and guns. It's like, I've been clean for 3 years. Well, then maybe you should learn to fly, my friend. Anyways, a massacre in the middle of the map. Battle's happening, and somehow Cure is down 40 supply. I don't know, TY... Oh, anti-armor missile! Where did Cure get these ravens from? He went to the apothecary, and scrambles, but the tanks! Oh, he doesn't know where to go! The Venn diagram of freedom! And all it takes is one Liberator, and that's enough to drive Cure back to his side of the map. I don't know exactly what went wrong. It was a series of unfortunate events, as opposed to one decisive battle. But Cure is suddenly down 50 supply. He's down 3-4 bases. He's down workers. And he's down in hope. As right now, TY is closing in. He's gripped air control. He's knocked out bases. He's held on to his own. The map is his. The tank position is too good to contest, and Cure is bleeding out on the field right now. He might have a few more orbitals to fall back on, but that back is about to break as TY has more than enough to engage him on every front. It looks like, well, whereas Cure was able to go toe-to-toe for 5, maybe 10 minutes in this match, at this point, the air control was his Achilles heel. And Cure's, he can't even mine. He's not mining. Well, that tells the story. I feel like this kind of shows how the game has been trending. It was close. It's not close. Not anymore. TY has found his footing. GG! TY takes it. A decisive and exciting, action-packed... Honestly, this series gets my combat shields excited. What does that even mean? It was supposed to sound uncomfortable, but now it doesn't even make sense. What is that? Jimmy, get me my siege tank. Thank you. Well, moving on. I'm waiting for all the Terrans copying TY to start misplacing their CCs. Now, while that YouTube comment level joke might be a little funny, that would first require most players to ever take a 4th or 5th base. Which we both know, if they're ever going to place their command centers in that location, it's going to be their 3rd. Oh, Cure. Oh, Cure. What are you up to, my friend? Straight out of TY's playbook. Wait, is he gonna also build a barracks at home? It was bound to happen. We're on Oxide, one of the beautiful new maps in this season's map pool. It's just a single Rax proxy. Is he gonna proxy a factory with it? Is he gonna proxy it? Who proxies a tank? I think this is a proxy tank push. Because why would you just proxy one Rax? That makes no sense. But, like, what's the point in that? Because like, you just have a Reaper like 12 seconds quicker, but he's also going to have... just builds his factory at home. Honestly, I hope to be educated, alright? StarCraft is about learning. It's a learning experience. Every game. It's a blank canvas, if you would, with every new game. Sometimes you learn, and sometimes you learn how terrible you are. Mostly the second one, but I'm not sure, because TY hasn't really been scouting, like, at all. So I'm not sure what he's... Stop! How many Reapers? It's just one. Okay. So I honestly don't know what Cure was trying to accomplish with a proxy Rex. Because then he just sent his Reapers home. TY, I don't think, has SCV scouted this whole series. So, well, the Reapers will fire. This is kind of an awkward Reaper step. And then TY just comes in like, yeah, alright, welcome to my house, bitch. The chase is on. Well, everyone dies at the end. Spoilers. So, I'm still confused. Like, why did he proxy a Rex if the Reapers just go home anyways? Like, they've both lost 2 Reapers. What did this accomplish? I guess for scouting? There's the Widowmine on the high ground. TY really utilizing the fact that this is a map with a ramp to the natural. I guess... I bet TY is going to be so surprised when this... Like, oh, the high ground vision, but he didn't notice the Widowmine. Oh, and TY! Oh, my God! Ah! No! Alright, I'll be back. Okay. He retargeted it. Oh, the reaction time. Oh, we broke... Okay, don't worry. No, you plug in the headphones. I didn't break it, right? Oh, what a play. Oh, I can't believe the reaction time on that retarget. That's insane. Because it's not like he had a barracks. Like, I don't know if Cure saw the mine. But, wait, does a Viking beat a Cyclone 1v1? Well, he's not going to risk it. Oh, well, not against Magfield. But, oh, TY. 1 second. I need, just, I'll be back. We're okay. Okay. That was... I did not expect that Widowmine to hit that Cyclone, but it hit that Cyclone. And that's all I have to say about that. TY with a nice amount of supply. I mean, he's got his third CC. Cure has his third CC at the third. And he's going Raven against TY's Cloak Banshee. So this is kind of like going scissors against rock right now. And TY's very good with the scissors, but there should be enough to defend. Like, the Banshee is kind of a curious choice against someone who you know open Cyclone. So that actually doesn't seem... I think it's one of those... It's one of those, like, I bet you're not expecting this. But instead... Yeah, so this didn't work out. This did not work out. The Banshee was a misstep here, I think. Because everybody loves Ravens. Like, going Cloak Banshee is almost by default out of the meta. Because Ravens are the order of the day. Like, there's a standing order for 1 to 3 Ravens in this matchup for any player. Now, TY does have a third command center. This attack, is he just going to his third, or are those tactic boys? No, he's going to his third. Okay, TY, you're a little far out long distance mining. Like, the orbital's not even done yet, so... The Vikings are chasing the Raven. Raven. Auto-turn. Well, now that he killed the Raven... Oh, TY! Look who's back! Well, there's another Raven, so never mind. Oh yeah, the interference matrix disables cloak. So even if you go out of vision range of the Raven, the interference matrix disables cloak and all abilities for that time. So that's why I was able to see it. This is not a good idea. Ooh. Wow, that was Magfield Accelerator Cyclones. They do double lock-on damage to armored units. So not Banshees, but to Vikings, to tanks. They really pump it out. Cure is holding his own here. Gets a tank. TY is on the edge of being too inefficient here. Like, Cure's got a lot of tanks. It's a bit of an awkward fight. As TY is hitting... Oh, he's really pounding that orbital. He's pounding it. He doesn't run out of ammo either, because, like, nanites, you know. Repairing only costs 1/4 the price of the unit or building itself, but that is a lot of damage. How does this end? Here comes Cure. Oh, that tank wasn't sieged. The Raven. Okay, so something's gonna happen. Oh, the Liberator is huge. TY turns the tide. The Vikings! The Vikings with the block! Oh my god, TY! But wait, on the other side! Cure's breaking through with what he has. He disables the tank. The boys are pulled. There's a handful of Marines. TY will hold his ground, but the Viking to block him into the liberation zone. GG, TY, match point. Well, before we let that cool, Jimmy says it is match points. We got to go to a quick advertisement. Shout out to our sponsors, but we'll be right back with match point. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Winter, and I'm here to talk to you about all about the King of Battles Mobile Legends. No, I'm just kidding. King of Battles, the $30,000 tournament put on by Team Alpha X. You might know Team Alpha X, one of the best teams from mostly North America, but spread throughout the world. Check them out at twitter.com/alpha. Wait, let me get this right. Make sure I don't screw this part up. Alpha XSC2, Alpha XSC2, that's the one. No spaces, no underscores, just letters and numbers like a normal person. Also, if you're enjoying this video and this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment on how Terrans are the most skilled players and only skilled people play Terran. The other races take no skill. Terrans are obviously the best players. TY is great, Cure is also good, but I appreciate TY as a person, as a player, and as a philosopher, really, of StarCraft. A chess master, and all those exciting things. And make sure to tune into the stream every night and wonder why I don't play StarCraft anymore. That's also important. If you tune into the stream, you can subscribe with Prime Gaming. If you have Amazon Prime, like probably too many people in this world, you can connect it with Twitch and get Prime Gaming. And you can subscribe and give me more money. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of this series. Good luck, and have fun. Thank you for sticking around. We're back to Cure versus TY. And we're going to Romanticide. One of the most exciting TVTs. Like, it's so hard. There's so many exciting games of StarCraft. I gotta say, Cure is one of the most exciting players. I've heard it said, like, kind of like Scarlet. Cure is kind of like Scarlet in that you could either get the Cure who makes you think, oh my god, is this the best player of Terran? Like, is this the best Terran player? Or is this one of the best Terran players in the entire world? What a crazy, out of nowhere. And then sometimes it's like, maybe not. Maybe not. Like, whenever you watch a Cyril game, you kind of know what you're gonna get. You watch a TY game, you probably know what you're gonna get. But you watch Cure or Scarlet, I guess another example would be Parting. Like, sometimes Parting's like the next level drunken genius, and sometimes Parting is just drunken. So it really, that's what makes excitement. The lack of knowing what the outcome's gonna be, or exactly what to expect. Though I would love, like, we've been on this before, but when Cure beat Innovation in one of the most, Cure threw, I think Cure has thrown the, he's thrown the hard, I don't even know how to say this sentence because it's such a weird sentence. He's thrown a game harder than anyone else this entire year. Against Innovation in the GSL semifinals, he was up 3-1. And he's winning a game by like 50 supply. I think it was on Everdream. You can go watch the game. And then Cure decides, instead of just denying a third and winning the game, I'm going to load up into 6 medevacs and go into his main. And then Cure loses pretty much all of the medevacs with all the units in them, and ends up losing that game, and it goes to Game 7, where he eventually wins the series. And also, there's all this micro, and it's very confusing. And TY, of course, wins the Reaper duel, because that's how TY do. And then TY faced Cure in the finals of that GSL, where he, like, usually when it's 4-0, spoilers, by the way, this was months ago, but TY won 4-0, but it was like, it was a complete dismantling. It's like step by step, broken down. He flayed Cure, and everyone had to watch. Like, it was a little uncomfortable, but it was also very exciting. Like, the amount that TY dunked on Cure made LeBron James look like he had competition. That is not happening in this series. This is a lot closer than that was. But that's Cure for the breaker of brackets. Okay, this is not from this tournament, so I'm not spoiling anything. But especially in TVT, Cure is just a wild card. You never know what you're gonna get. So, you know what? I'm confident. Like, Cure is the Scarlet of TERRAN for me. And just the, when he looks good, he looks great. And when he looks not so great, it's painful. It's one of the most dynamic pro players of TERRAN. And now that we finished that whole monologue, which was, honestly, this game has had the most time to do the generic, let's talk about things other than the game, of any game so far this series. There was the basic Reaper trades, of which TY took the better end of them by a pretty decent margin, but not by a decisive one. And now Cure's going for Banshees, which, like, he's like, TY made him look so good last game, so why not? Is that a Hellion drop? Is that legal? Can we check the rulebook on that? Is he allowed to do that? He just... He just come... Okay, he just... What? What am I watching? Meanwhile, this Reaper... Revenge! It will mildly damage... Now, there is a Banshee coming in. Third time's the charm. The Hellion drop's still not finding damage, but the Banshee's actual potential here. He cloaks it in. Oh no! TY just scanned! TY just scanned, and Wally has a Raven. That was his own... Oh wait, he has two Ravens. Okay, you don't need both. One's fine. But TY's actually kind of scrambling here a little. Well, Cure, not even close. Gets out with the Banshee. He gets 6 kills. Like, okay, Cure finding some real damage here. And, Hellion drop comes back in. Still, like, it's still announcing its presence. Not able to really do anything, but it's making him uncomfortable. And now, TY's struggling. Like, you just split the Ravens. One Raven in each base. I go full Twitch chat on this. Like, no. You don't, like, what if he has 2 Banshees? Oh, gets one. So, overall, let's look at the NG Bay time. It's a little closer. A little ahead on the NG base for Cure. TY is up a couple workers and a third. What is the production? Like, this is... TY only has 1 Rex. He only has 1 Rex. This is really late. Because Cure's already building his reactors on barracks 2 and 3. So, like, a 3-worker lead doesn't balance that production lead out. That's actually a huge deal. You rarely see that much of a production lead. So, in, like, at, like, the 9 or 10 minute mark, if nothing dramatic happens before then, Cure's looking at like a 30 or 40 supply advantage because he's just building 10 more Marines a minute, give or take. TY's got to get something done here. He's leaned into this big attack, and he's going to try to make that his move here because he's spending all his money on air control, on tanks. He's investing in 1-1 like that's a thing to do. But I stress this. And I'm gonna keep stressing it. Like everyone at all times nowadays. Stressing was the not so fun joke. Oh, scrambles. Anyways, back to the action. Triple scramble! But here come the boys to hold the line. The interference matrix sees Vikings on the deck. The high ground is still maintained, and TY crushed. Obliterated. His clock was cleaned and reset. And now we're going to be taking it from the top. Cure crushes the attack, and TY has nothing to back it up. It's not over yet. I'm not sure what, like, it felt like Cure just kind of kept... TY was obviously struggling with the Banshees. TY... the classic, like, well, I use Banshees, but you're not allowed to use Banshees. What are you doing? Using Banshees against me? Matt, is that legal? You're supposed to be, like, the conscience on this ship. What about you, convict? Anything's legal? What do you mean? You know what? I'm probably not an expert. I don't... TY just definitely did not take the Banshees. I don't know what happened. Maybe it felt like some wires got crossed there, but it really looked like TY was not expecting the Banshees, and that really cost him. Now we're on Submarine. The smallest map in the pool. In fact, underneath the pool, so inside of said pool, because it is Submarine. And that's all the underwater-related jokes that I have for this moment. We'll see who's able to sink or swim in this series. Will... No, stop! Stop! Stop it! Yeah, I am a little out of my depth right now. All aboard. No, we're underwater. Does anybody remember? Like, this was a perfect opportunity to use the reverse physics. The best part of Abyssal Reef was not the fact that every game went to 4 bases in 25 minutes. The best part of Abyssal Reef was most definitely what the pro players didn't even notice, was the physics that had all the stuff float up, like gravity being reversed, aka like we're underwater and things float up when they die. Like, this was the opportunity. Come on. Like, any map, shoo-in. I'll tell you right now, as a judge for the Team Liquid map contest, yes, I have a more direct hand in what maps make it to the map pool. Don't tell anyone. There are other like big game judges and other players like that. Not just me. It's not like I am Blizzard, by the way. You know the face of the balance team, which is just anonymous. It's actually me. I am the Blizzard. Anyways, if any map has that, it's just a shoo-in from me. Come on, where are my underwater maps? Like, how was that not, like, you know how many clips there were of a disruptor shot and just marine bodies floating up to the heavens? How have we not? There was so long. Map makers, you know what to do. I will pay you direct. There's the map that has the water slides. We need the water slides map. We need the underwater map. We need it now. There was also a map, like, there's a map called Earthrise, which I really liked. It didn't end up in the map pool, but from the map contest, where, because you can actually, apparently, I don't know if it's like a slider or a percentage or a value, map makers can change the gravity on the map. So it had 1/6 of normal gravity. It was set on the moon. That was the thing. It looked like it was like a lunar landscape. And units, if they got hit hard enough, would float up, but they would slowly, like, float down otherwise. Because apparently you can do that. Why are we not using this more? We have the technology. How is this not the most important thing in StarCraft? I don't know. Are my priorities well placed? I mean, come on. I have dozens of YouTube subscribers. Blizzard, I'm also in the game. I will put all my considerable weight together. Unless I'm on the moon or underwater. Because of the different gravities and my considerable mass. But still not nearly as considerable as Big Gabe, but I do what I can. How is this game? What's happening in this game? Has anything died? Wow, okay, I haven't missed anything. I mean, besides the builds, but I kind of just expect them to start punching each other in the face, and that's when I'll start commentating. I was like, I hope I haven't missed any dramatic engagements. On the smallest, most rush and cheese-oriented map in the entire pool, not a single unit has died for 5 minutes. Like, other games, half of every unit there was have died. That grammar worked. But on this map, everybody just... okay. Calm down. Oh, what? Wow, TY. I don't know about this. Well, at this point, you might as well commit. You've only got a short life to lead, Mule. TY was very committed. Not a good sign for him, I gotta say. Well, here this goes. What is the Raven count? There's one Banshee, which is kind of like the poor man's liberator when it comes to removing tanks. Cure's making some Vikings now. There is high ground. The first unit has first blood. Scrambles one tank. TY is going to move forward. A couple Ravens come out for Cure. But the tanks have been pushed back. One has been... Was it taken out? No, it was just scrambled and moved back. Still, only 2 units have died. And a depot. Wait, not a depot. And now a depot. Tanks are finally getting hit. A badly bruised Banshee. Where are the SCVs for repair for TY? Oh, more boys are pulled. The Tacti boys are here. The siege will continue. The reactor was targeted down. Only one Viking at a time. Air control paramount. And now Cure has been denied. Starport taken out by Vikings. Some sick justice there. TY, like, Cure's got to pick a timing. He's got to pick a timing, and he's got to go. There's nothing else to wait for. There's another tank that just started. He's just got to find his opportunity, pull the boys, and go. Because TY is pushing in right now. Cure has 3 CCs. He's not gonna finish Stim. Here we go! The boys are pulled! Raven scrambled, but Cure has more. He scrambles 2 tanks. The boys are taking most of the damage. The tanks aren't firing. TY's running out of units. The SCV's slaughtered, but TY is driven off the field. And at the end of the day, 8 SCVs for TY and 22 for Cure. But Cure has 3 command centers. He's in a defensive posture. He has the advantage. Unless TY is able to do more, that was a good breakout. He somehow minimized the losses of key units. He still has his Ravens. He still has most of his tanks. Marines, SCVs, don't tell them, but they're expendable. Whereas tanks and Ravens especially, Vikings, like, Cure lost his starport. So, those are not units you can really afford to lose. He's rebuilt it now. TY understands the necessity of continued attack. But, like, Cure has 5 tanks, which is more than 3. TY has 3. That's why I bring this up. Some auto turrets, but the Marines have Stim, and Cure is looking to bring this all the way to the ace match. Looking to bring it to game 7. All tied up. Near reverse sweep. Cure holds his ground against TY. He gives just enough, but not too much. TY, like, honestly, these last 2 games has looked a little disjointed. It looks like he expected to just bring it home, but Cure is looking like he's not going to make it so easy. So, suddenly Cure looking like the more patient, the more tactical, and the more decisive player. And that is usually who comes out on top in TVT. Now we're going to the long map. Jagannatha, designed with the sure hand of Twitch chat. I mean, with the help of Twitch chat, as he's pointed out. But this will decide it, assuming there isn't a draw. But in that case, you just replay it on the same map. So until we finally find a conclusion. So, like, honestly, even these last couple games have been more TY floundering than Cure. Like, I want to give Cure credit, but it really does feel like TY just lost his edge. He looked decisive. Even in the game he lost early on to bring it to 3-1. Like, all those games looked decisive. Whereas the last couple games have looked like TY's like, oh, I don't know where to put my Ravens. I guess we're doing a 2-base. Like, TY has succeeded when he just sits back, he builds 3 command centers, he gets a better economy, and he has more pieces on the board. The last 2 games, he's committed to some sort of ill-fated all-in. Which, it just doesn't, it's not working. So, it's time to get back on track, or I think Cure is going to continue through him. And like the breaker of brackets, Cure himself. Like, everyone, like, you say TY versus Cure, you think about that 4-0 GSL finals, you're like, oh my god, is that a joke? No. No one's laughing anymore. Especially not TY. Maybe Cure. He seems like he can laugh at both himself and his opponents. He's a fun guy. Not like innovation, not like your classic innovation, like, you know what I'm talking about. We all know. Jimmy, get the binder out. We're doing the Inno memes again. Any moment. Oh, there's a Reaper. Yeah, not like that, but kind of similar. That was all from 1 minute of the same interview. Fun fact. You don't have to look very hard. 2 Reapers against 1. I don't know, Kev. Wait, what? No. This is how the first game... Like, this is what TY did. What? How the turntables have turned. Wait, what? What am I watching? Where are your units? TY, you killed Cure with this same thing. And now Cure's like, well, I've grown the antibodies. And I'm going to anti your bodies. Okay, we need to calm down. It's falling apart, just like TY right now. I don't, like, he just killed 5 SCVs. Like, TY, the takeaway from when you got in the Cure's base with 2 Reapers against 1 should not have been, I should try that. Like, he killed a Reaper and 6 SCVs now. And on a map of this length, and yes, it is, like, the rush distance, even with the speed zones in the center, is ridiculously long. What are you doing? TY! Like, it's not over. By any means. But Cure has a lead now. A lead just like TY had in nearly the same manner just a few games ago. I feel like both players should go third CC. I don't want to see any 2 base all-ins. Don't even try it. They have the high ground. Maybe don't build it at the third, but still. Cure's making an uncloaked Banshee. I like that. Because he saw how much mental damage the Banshee did to TY, but he's not investing. Wait, he didn't go cloak, right? Yeah, he just shows the Banshee. And that should be enough. He'll get a couple kills, which, when you've already kind of done this, I love TY repairing. But, like, getting 5 kills, it's not over yet. He's going to slap a turret, I bet. Well, there it is. And get some, like, 5 kills, Raven energy. I'd say that's worth it. When you're already ahead, leaning, like, using a little bit of your tech to get more damage, that... You don't want to overdo it, but I think that's perfectly fine. That's a good move from Cure. TY, no, TY, just build a third, please, for me, TY, for Special, if not for me. For those who don't know, TY and Special are essentially the same person. You can tell, like, have you ever seen TY and Special in the same room? The answer should be yes, because before Special has streamed and TY has been in his bed on his webcam. Not like that, but also just kind of hanging out. Like, he just... That's just the kind of relationship they have. I don't... So, for Special, they play very similar styles. They practice all the time. Well, that's about a that auto turret is, as they say, pretty cash money. Finds oh my god, that's about as good as it gets for auto turrets. I don't think, yeah, TY, you're not breaking that with 1 tank. He sees 4 tanks and a Raven with 2 Vikings. Yeah, you're not. No. So now Cure has 11 more SCVs, a quicker third. He has more tanks. What? How many Ravens? What am I? Okay, wait, okay. I gotta, it takes a little bit sometimes to keep track. I like how TY is using the speed zone. I don't know if that's intentional, but he's just kind of hanging out. Cure with the classic stop moving tactic. Did you know Ravens can't see you if you're not moving? Fun fact. No, that's not a fact. That's super dumb. Don't be stupid. Wake up, sheeple. TY's just behind. At least he's building more racks, but Cure already has his reactor 3 racks done. TY is just now building racks 2 and 3. TY, what, like, give... Special, I love you. But give TY back the keyboard. I don't, like, what happened to TY these last few games? I don't... It feels like a total flip. But this is the Cure effect. Like, Cure's done this so many times. And by so many, I mean like half a dozen. But it's specifically in TVT. Like, what do you think he's gonna do? He's just gonna land. Oh, auto turret doing something. Come on, man. They all died. I'll never fly again. Never again. Not after that. Cure just is ahead. Like, TY doesn't have any upgrades. by all accounts, Cure should just max out at like 10 minutes with 1-1 in combat shield, and of course stim, and attack. He's going to have more tanks. He has medevacs. He has more Vikings. He has more Ravens. He has more everything. TY has one more SCV. That's it. There's no other advantages for TY. And this is not like one more tank and one more Viking. This is a decisive advantage. Multiple more of key units and upgrades. So Cure just gonna move in, and an anti-armor missile slapped down, Dorito dusting TY's units. Cure siege is up in a great position, in range, I believe, of the orbital with at least a couple tanks. Takes out the Vikings, even the one who said he would never fly again, pressed into service. TY has to back off from his own. No! The SCV's blocked into tank fire, and Cure takes it 4-3. What happened? Oh, it's a disaster for TY. Oh no. Cure just turned, like he learned from the best. I gotta say, Cure learned some great strategies from TY in the first half. He had it. I'm not gonna lie. And then he turned it right back on him in the second half. And Cure, once again, coming through, breaking the brackets, breaking TY, and breaking TVT as we know it. Cure comes through in this King of Battles series. Who else can he beat? And who else is inspired? Thank you to Team Alpha X for putting on this tournament. Check them out on Tweeters and on Twitch and on OnlyFans. Oh, wait. My Patreon. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. Ring the bell. What do you think? What happened right there? Did Cure learn? Or did TY crumble? Or maybe a little bit of both. Thank you for watching. Good luck. Have fun. Check out. Don't be a sheeple. Don't let autoplay go when you could check out all these amazing videos. We're doing an end screen thing now. We're professionals. Thank you. Good night. I mean, not good night. You're watching the next videos. What am I saying? Anyways, just cut.